Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital GH. Spoilers suggest there's a good chance that Josslyn Jax, Eden McCoy, may accidentally shoot her WSB partner and handler, Vaughn, Bryce Duffy, during their recon mission at the Five Poppies Resort in Dalmatia, Croatia. The ABC soap just dropped its preview for the week of August 11 to 15, and there's a scene that implies Joss could make a fatal mistake when she aims her gun. The GH promo shows an interesting clip where Josslyn walks into her Five Poppies Resort suite and is stunned to see an unknown stranger trying to strangle Vaughn with a wire. As the scenes shift in the wiki promo, Joss has her gun next, seemingly aimed at Vaughn and the attacker, and the gun goes off. During the week of August 4 to 8, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, put two and two together, realizing that Josslyn is a WSB agent now, and there was a huge confrontation she shared with Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna. Anna lashed out at Brennan for not only recruiting Joss into the agency, but she also had concerns about the mission he was placing her on and the potential danger. Anna knows Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, is sure to throw a fit, and as Brennan is her boyfriend, he'll feel the wrath of the infamous Mama Bear once it surfaces. Joss went through some training earlier this year, but was it enough? Brennan fluffed off the Five Poppies assignment to Anna, noting there were minimal worries as it was a mission to gather information, not bring down any bad guys. However, Anna pointed out that even the simplest of assignments often went awry with even the most experienced WSB agents. Even if it is, she hasn't had that much hands-on training with the WSB or guns for fans to be confident over the idea that she could aim and shoot the Garroter with ease. After all, Vaughn and the attacker seemed to be struggling in the preview, so even the most experienced gunman could make a mistake if either man made a shift during the encounter. Plus, GH viewers can't help but feel as if someone may not return from this mission alive, and a character's passing would not only be shocking, but it would also lead to the possibility that Joss's WSB secret could be exposed. She's on the cusp of that, as it is with Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, set to arrive at the Five Poppies Resort this week as well. General Hospital spoilers remind fans that Vaughn is an expendable character, and the repercussions of his passing would create major waves for Josslyn's emotional well-being, as well as her career in the WSB. General Hospital has always thrived on shocking twists, but whispers coming from Port Charles right now could shake the canvas in ways no one saw coming. Rumors are swirling that Josslyn Jax could find herself at the center of a devastating accident, one that leads Vaughn fighting for his life, and the fallout from this could ripple through families' relationships and alliances for months, maybe even years. Josslyn is no stranger to danger, but the idea that she might accidentally pull the trigger in a moment of fear or confusion could take her into uncharted emotional territory. This would not be a case of a cold-blooded act, but rather the kind of split-second decision that soap characters are often haunted by. Forever sources hint that this might happen during a tense and chaotic confrontation, possibly late at night, in a dark and isolated location near the docks where shady deals have gone down for decades. Vaughn has been moving in suspicious circles, and there are questions about who he is really aligned with. Some say he has ties to organized crime, others believe he might be an undercover operative whose real mission has yet to be revealed. The scene could begin with Josslyn either following him or stumbling onto a meeting she was never meant to see, maybe even believing he's about to hurt someone she loves like Dex or Carly. If Vaughn makes a sudden move, and she thinks it's a weapon in his hand, the instinct to protect could take over, and before she knows it the gun in her hand could go off. The aftermath would be brutal for Josslyn. She's been through heartbreak before, but this is a different kind of trauma. One moment of fear leading to irreversible consequences could send her spiraling. The guilt might keep her up at night, the fear of what she's done and who she's hurt eating away at her every day. Carly would spring into action, immediately going into full-on Mama Bear mode, and using every ounce of influence and cunning to shield her daughter from the police. Carly's willingness to bend or even break the law to protect Josslyn could put her at odds with Sonny. Depending on how he feels about the situation, Sonny himself would be in a difficult position. On one hand, Vaughn being taken off the chessboard might be beneficial depending on what his connections are. On the other hand, if Vaughn is tied to an organization Sonny doesn't want to provoke, this accident could kick off a full-scale mob war. Sonny might have to balance protecting Josslyn with protecting his own empire, and this could cause fractures in his already tense relationships with people like Nina. Michael, and even Jason Dex, would be deeply conflicted too. His loyalty to Josslyn is undeniable, but the reality of her pulling the trigger even by accident could cause him to question whether she's truly ready for the dangerous world she's brushing up against. If Vaughn survives the shooting, the stakes become even higher. Vaughn could decide to keep quiet for his own reasons, maybe to manipulate Josslyn and Carly into doing something for him in return for the silence, or he could use the truth as a weapon, threatening to ruin Josslyn's life unless certain demands are met. This opens the door to a long cat-and-mouse storyline filled with blackmail, secrets, and desperate attempts to cover tracks. If Vaughn dies, however, the consequences would be more final, but just as messy. The police investigation would be fierce, especially if Ada Turner gets wind of Josslyn's involvement. Turner could see this as an opportunity to prove that the Corinthos family is untouchable no longer and might push for the harshest charges possible. Jason might step in to handle things quietly, which could mean dealing with witnesses, destroying evidence, or even orchestrating a cover story to make the shooting look like self-defense. But cover-ups in Port Charles rarely stay hidden forever, and if the truth gets out, the betrayal could blow apart trust within the Corinthos clan. The psychological impact on Josslyn cannot be underestimated. She's young, ambitious, and still figuring out who she is. The weight of knowing she ended a life or came close to it could fundamentally change her. She might become more guarded, more hardened, and even more determined to assert control over her future, or she might break under the pressure, pushing away those she loves and making reckless decisions in a misguided attempt to cope. This storyline could also tie into larger arcs in unexpected ways. If Vaughn is connected to a bigger criminal operation, this incident could be the spark that ignites months of storylines, pulling in everyone from Anna to Dante to Spencer. The shooting could also expose hidden alliances, forcing characters who rarely interact to come together for survival or to take sides in a brewing war. Fans love when General Hospital leans into morally complex situations, and Josslyn accidentally shooting Vaughn has all the elements to be one of those unforgettable turning points. It's got action, mystery, moral gray areas, and the potential for massive character growth or destruction. The relationships that could be tested are endless. Carly and Sonny's partnership, Dex and Josslyn's romance, Michael and Sonny's already strained dynamic, and even alliances between the Corinthos family and the PCPD. If the investigation takes unexpected turns, there's also the possibility of a shocking twist down the road. What if Vaughn isn't who he claims to be, and a shooting uncovers his true identity? Maybe he's tied to a long-lost GH character or part of a revenge plot that goes back years. What if he's secretly connected to someone like Helena Casadine, or another villain whose reach extends beyond the grave? That would turn the shooting from an accident into the inciting incident of a much bigger storyline. Whatever direction the writers choose, one thing is certain: this would not be a quick one-and-done plotline. The emotional, legal, and physical consequences would play out over months, keeping viewers glued to their screens as they watch Josslyn fight to hold on to her freedom, her relationships, and her own sense of self. Whether Vaughn survives or dies, the truth will be far from simple, and the path forward for every character involved will be filled with danger, suspicion, and the kind of soapy drama that General Hospital delivers best. This potential storyline has everything fans crave, and if it plays out the way the buzz suggests, it could be one of the most talked about moments of the year in Port Charles and beyond. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.